Welcome to another transformative Emery episode and mercy moment right here in my library room here in Colorado Springs at our home nest, the crane nest. Coming to you guys today with something maybe a little unexpected, different than what I've done, and that is why the jacket? Why do I wear this jacket that's probably from the 80s, if not earlier? And what's up, Zach? Have you lost style? Have you lost touch with what's in? I want to answer those questions, and I want to encourage you. If you listen to these episodes, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you would like. Would you like what kind of subject would you like to hear about? I love just getting to share my heart and work through challenges, difficulties, questions that are perplexing, and searching for solutions, but searching for a renewed perspective. That's my heart. So if you have any subjects that you'd like to hear, I'd like to hear those. So please comment in the below the video and share with me what's on your heart that you'd like to talk about. And let's get a conversation started, because that's my heart. Not just for this to be a monologue, but for it to be a dialogue where we grow together and we apply principles that change our destiny. That's the hope of a perspective that is transformed, renewed, and strengthened. So no matter what comes, keep pressing into greater excellence, and through greater grit, achieve greater glory. Because just as Pastor Shane, our pastor here in Colorado, said, the greater the glory God intends to give, the greater the grit you will live. So I've wandered off from my subject, but I just want to share those thoughts and say, so why do I wear this leather jacket? And it has to do with legacy. It has to do with the mantle of another man that I highly respect, and who touched my life even in his young life, although my years with him were very short and cut off very, very abruptly. His life, I really believe I've received his mantle, per se. And the idea of a mantle has been around for millennium. And it started, I think of what really resonates in my spirit and my heart of a mantle is Elijah and Elijah in the Old Testament. In the books of 1st and 2nd Kings, we meet these two prophets. And Elijah takes Elisha under his mentorship, under his training. They share life together. They adventure together, and they see many great things that the Lord does, and that, oh man, epic adventure. And as Elijah is coming to the end of his life, and he has a just glorious ending, you can read about that in 1st, 2nd Kings, but Elijah asks for a double portion, and it talks about his mantle being dropped and passing through waters. Really cool thing. Sorry about that little twist, but the idea of a mantle. And I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I'm sorry, got a little slippery hands. I was just outside. It's been snowing all day here in the Springs. But the idea of a mantle, what kind of legacy are you leaving for those behind you? What kind of legacy do you have? What kind of mantle are you leaving, good or bad, indifferent, or one of excellence, one of passivity, or one of pursuit, and one of engagement? Are you leaving a legacy of excellence or half-ass, to call it bluntly? Life and death are at stake here. What we leave behind is critical. We were created to leave this planet with an impact. Each one of us was given a gift, given something to deposit, leave behind, and to impart. What kind of mantle are you going to leave? Because my Uncle Steve left me this jacket. My Uncle Steve was a Marine for a number of years, and he went to Desert Storm, and during a chemical exercise, his suit leaked and got him very sick, and he died tragically. I won't go into the details, but at the age of 27, and I'm just literally a year and a half away from that same age myself now. I'm 25, going on 26 mid-May, and I'm going to be at the same point my Uncle Steve left this planet. And the idea has really been resonating with me, friends. This end of this last year, this thought I received from someone that's pursuing excellence and a leader and influential. They had read this in a book, this idea, and we're passing it on. And it was, if you had 5 years left to live, if you had only 5 years and you knew for certain you just had those 5 years, how would you live your life? What would you change? And what would you do differently? And he made the point, if you would change everything, you're not really living, because we don't know the time. We don't have a clock. We don't have a calendar where we can check boxes and know when the end's coming. It comes suddenly, and it comes truly out of left field for many people. We don't know the day, the hour, the minute that our breath's going to be done and our time is expired. Let that resonate. When is your time going to expire? If this doesn't motivate you and inspire you, I know it has me for a long time, as my time almost expired March 27th, 2011, 7 years ago, going on 8. And the idea of death being something that I could face at any point is sobering, clarifying, and it's energizing, because at the end of the day, I don't know when that time will come. The Bible very clearly says, through the author of Hebrews, it is appointed for man to die once, and then comes judgment. So there is accounting at the end. It's not a free-for-all, do whatever you want, YOLO, you only live once, with an attitude and mentality of carelessness. YOLO, you only live once. It's true. And that's pretty sobering, because you don't get a second shot. It's here and it's gone. Just like David said, man's days are like a mere breath. So what are you doing with those breaths? What are you doing with the day? What kind of legacy are you leaving? What kind of mantle are you leaving to be passed on? My Uncle Steve was a Marine, semper filius, always faithful. He lived that life. He was a faithful soldier of the Lord Jesus Christ, and an amazing man of integrity and purity. 27, never slept with a woman, a man of pure excellence. And he lived a life that made an impact, as hundreds, if not thousands, of cards poured in upon his death to my grandparents of the way his life had spoken and impacted theirs. And that's the kind of legacy that I'm thankful to step behind the mantle to receive this jacket. It's a reminder to me of what's at stake. And I don't care what's in style, out of style. It's the meaning and symbolism behind it. And I just want to share my heart on that, as that is something critical to my character. I love doing things with a purpose and having great meaning behind it. So may you join me, and let's leave a legacy that leaves an impact that echoes through the chambers of eternity, as Pastor Rebecca put it. Let's leave a legacy that resounds for generations to come of Jesus' lordship, his victory, and his resurrection. Living hope is available, and my life's desire is to let that reality just be my life, that my life reflects Jesus is King, he's Lord, and he's defeated death, and I have no reason to be down, discouraged, or distraught, because my King has overcome, and all things are under his authority. This world has been hijacked. It's under lease right now, the prince of the power of the air. There is a war going on for your soul, friend. And I'm pleading with you today, if you hear his voice, don't harden your heart. Turn to Jesus. Bow your knee under his lordship. Receive the greatest gift that ever can be received of himself in salvation, the incarnate Son of God. Receive the salvation. Receive the freedom. Receive the renewal and restoration that you were created to live in, friend. Jesus won, but will you live under that victory? That's your choice. I love you guys, and out for now.